This is our evaluation question 1, and we're going to be talking about our film Killing Mr. Wilkinson. It's a film inspired by the group set at Shiplake location, and it's about a headmaster who basically runs a school. It's all, when you watch the clip, it's all done subtly with the children in the classroom, basically making it like a well-educated place, really.
And towards the end, you get the sense of a twist. So you don't really know where the genre is going, and we use lots of different techniques, which we'll discuss later, about how we led the audience the wrong way to see this twist at the end.
Yeah, it is a modern drama, and there is lots of prop use. For example, we've got desks, laptops, pens, boards, basically just giving it the most possible effect that we can for
trying to give
school.
off this nice atmosphere for the school, make it look very professional. Which would this kind of enhance on this twist that's at the end to really throw the audience off as well. Title of the film, Killing Mr. Wilkinson. We hadn't really come up with a proper one before we started recording, but as we went on, we kind of established that Killing Mr. Wilkinson would be appropriate.
Yeah.
We
also thought it would keep the audience guessing and what really. Not knowing what's going on.
And to reveal it at the end as well is kind of makes it more shocking that it's that title.
We shot the film at the school, but we called our school Marlow College, and the reason for this was basically the copyright. Really, you couldn't use the same school, and so we came up with a name.
Yeah, and we used when we were doing our camera work and editing, we used a lot of long shots so the audience could see what was going on clearly. We did it so it would give off, like there are quite a few landscapes in our piece, landscapes of the school, so we used that, and also in classrooms we used long shots to establish this kind of homey feel to the school, instead of close-ups where the audience might be able to tell.
When you watch the clip, you'll see that we shot the sport, the boarding facilities, basically what the school has, the extracurricular lessons, and just so on and so forth, really. And also we shot it as if it was an advert for the school.
Yeah, and that kind of
as if we were promoting the school.
And it had an effect on the editing that we were doing as well. So it meant that we would jump from different clips to clips in order to get this kind of rushed advert feel to it. And lots of different to really try and sell the school as if an advert would do.
Yeah, and we also, as it was done as an advert, we did it as a boy watching the clip as he's watching the advert, and then it switches to his face and he's got a knife in his hands, basically, which is plotting to kill Mr. Wilkinson, headmaster. Just gives it a good feel to it.
Yeah, the title, font and style. When we were doing our titles in it, we used a really simple and plain font style, because we didn't want to give away what genre the film was going to be. So using this simplistic type of font style would not give too much away about the type of genre it was going to be. You know, we wanted to get this surprise twist that was happening at the end, so we just used plain white fonts, put them in the corners of the screen.
Yeah. The story and the opening how it's set up. As we wanted it all to be appropriate, of Killing Mr. Wilkinson, we shot a lot of the acting itself in the grounds and in the classrooms, walking up and down, showing people around as if it was a tour, and so on, really. Yeah,
it was of an ex-student that was at the end.
And expelled people.
Yeah, almost. All the acting would be taking place in the school as well. The story would be set completely in the school. Yeah.
The genre and how the opening suggests it. The genre went from horror. It started off with a nice tone, but then we changed it to more of a drama.
Yeah, it was kind of, it's not really apparent what the genre is going to be at the very start of the film. You're kind of thinking, oh, it's going to be a nice film.
We thought it wasn't dark enough to be a horror, so we scrapped that idea and went with a drama.
Yeah, it is more of a drama, although the end might I suggested it's a horror. It sort of is a horror. It's a drama horror. Yeah. You know, we use nice lots of establishing shots of the school to give us this nice tone again. You know, we use suits.
It's good use of mise-en-scene also.
Yeah. And then juxtapose that at the end, as we said. How the characters are introduced. We got this very sophisticated introduction of the headmaster, who at the start was he didn't seem very vulnerable to a murder. You know, he was very. I compared him to the character Mr. Keating from the Hurt Society. He's a very pronounced character, very bold. So we wanted to get that across, not as if he's going to be murdered.
Yeah, I also compared him to Justin Timberlake in Bad Teacher, as he comes off as well dressed.
Yeah.
Also, we used the book. We dressed him in a smart suit.
Yeah.
Put the books for the desk when he was doing his interview for the school website for the advert, and then it came off well. Yeah.
Yeah, and then toward the end though, he does look a bit more vulnerable when we introduce the character, the murderer, who's really introduced in a sinister way. He used the dark lighting we use, not seeing his face, adding to this mystery.
Yeah, changing the camera angle right on his fingers.
Yeah.
To him typing aggressively, his face.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. But it was important that we also shot a lot of the footage itself on the school grounds, as this obviously is important because we want to give it an effect that we're actually in a school itself. And so really.
It's evaluation question mark.